Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony. Every week, my best friend Stevie Walcard and I get together and we do our best to overcome the various issues and obstacles that life throws our way in order to get something done. We've been working on issue 3 of our supernatural superhero culty comedy comic called Deathless, and it's going really well. We're getting a lot done. I've been coloring this dang comic. Steven is very close to finishing all the pages, drawing it. And as every week we talk about our various issues and the things that get in the way of making these things. This week in particular, I think you could probably guess, right? We are in Florida. We are in Southwest Florida, and you probably, I mean, I don't know, like if you know anything about the world at all right now, just take like go ahead and take a second and comment below and guess why we're having a weird week and we didn't get a lot done. And also I'm doing a solo episode this week because Steven is super busy. Yeah, so there's obviously a crazy storm just threatening all of Florida, just like this huge percentage of Florida, unfortunately, and we are part of that huge percentage of Florida. So we're not going to have a normal episode this week. We're not going to get much done this week, unfortunately. But I will say that Steven's worked really hard on getting our other book, like some other pages done from our other book, which is called fucking you've got Bloodlust. I got it. But I will tell you that Steven is working really hard on both Deathless and our second book, the kind of like erotic action adventure comedy Bloodlust. It's a fun vampire book that we're getting a lot done on, and I think it's looking freaking cool, and I can't wait for people to see that thing. It's exciting as hell. But yeah, this week I don't expect us to get much done. We're obviously not going to release a normal episode, but we've never missed a freaking week, and we've been through hurricanes before. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, which really depends on where the storm goes and how everything just works out. And I'm hoping for the best and hope that nothing happens. Taking Back Sunday. I'm hoping for the best, and there's really nothing more we can do at this point. We're all situated. My body is exhausted, guys. My body is exhausted. All right. I have done like the shutters I've put up, the things I've done, the amount of times I've been on a roof reinforcing various tarps and such. you know, um, if anyone out there has $1 billion, I sure would love some of it. Man, it is exhausting. I know Steven's also been going through it. And well, I'm sure as soon as we're back, just like as long as everything goes well, as soon as we're back and he's here, we'll talk about the storm more and we'll talk about everything. We've had hurricane specials in the past where we've had to explain. I have had personally some terrible situations with hurricanes, like just kind of demolishing relationships and just friendships, and just it's so strange, like the anxiety and the trauma that we all just endure year after year, and we haven't built a dome over this weird phallus. It's like we are America's dick and we need a condom to protect us from this freaking I mean, it's something. It's like Saw. It's just trying to chop us off, and we don't want to be like Lorraine Bobbitt or whatever. Like I like stop trying to like master the flying guillotine. Our freaking floor dong. Like let us survive. No, it's crazy though, and it's social media has been a nightmare. It's terrible for us because we like. I'm like, oh my God, all this anxiety, it's all built up. And I'm like, maybe I can just go on social media and like read something silly that's happening elsewhere in the world. And people are just making horrible comments or jokes or just like having opinions or politicizing. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Nowhere is safe. I guess I'll just not ever go on the internet again. Like, why? That's why we can't have nice things. But we're going to be okay. I mean, we're going to do our best. We're going to do everything we can. But we'll be back somehow next week or the week after, hopefully next week. Just like, but comment something below. Let us know, what you're going through. Let us know something fun that's happening to you. Let us know what you think of the show. Also, make sure you go watch our last week's episode because, I mean, neither of us have been active on the internet, to share it. And I'm sure we won't be active on the internet to share this one. But we're going to be back. It's just another one of our issues that we have to, deal with, and it's okay. It happens. And then, the show will come back and we'll bring some fun stories and some silliness and share some personal things. And, That's hopefully you'll stick around. We really do appreciate all of you for, just being a part of this and helping us build a colony and, just participating in this like fun experiment we've been doing for the past 4 years. And we freaking love you and we're thankful for you. And if you're watching this for the first time, thank you. And, please subscribe, let your friends know that we have a show that's, fun most of the time. I know this week's a little unusual, but what am I gonna do? Doing my best. I'm just throwing something out into the world and trying to not let just stop trying to chop Florida in half. Okay, let me live in space or underground or put a freaking dome. Like we need a Mr. Burns. We have enough of these weird eccentric billionaires who can just like block out the sun. But like instead of that, just like let's just what do we do? Will someone just nuke this hurt? I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Nuke the freaking hurricane. Let's go, Milton. You're going down, Knowns. But yeah, we're hoping for the best. I hope everyone's safe and as comfortable as they could possibly be and out of harm's way and prepared as much as you possibly can. And just let us know if you're okay. And if you need anything, let us know. Post some links below and we'll do what we can to share that stuff when we can, But yeah, thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this and know that we freaking love you and we hope that you're doing well. And we will see you as soon as possible. Thank you. Until next time, I'm Anthony, and this has been We Have Issues. Freaking boom! Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony. Usually every week I'm joined by my best friend and co-host, Stephen Todd, Stevie Wildcard, and we do our best to overcome the various issues and obstacles that life throws our way. But sometimes life, the universe and everything just spins out of control and throws like a crazy, just crazy like saw of doom toward the phallic floor dong that we happen to live on. And yeah, it's what the heck. Anyway, so obviously, if you know anything about us, you know that we're in Florida. And this week we are faced with an issue that's much like something we've faced in the past. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time this has happened, but it seems to be the worst time this has happened in a long time, at least. So yeah, we are facing Hurricane Milton, and as such, we aren't going to be getting much done this week. And hopefully, no one can blame us. If you do want to take issue with us, please feel free to comment below. Let us know like what you think we should be getting done during Hurricane Milton, and it's fine. It's fine. But normally, we get together and we talk about our various issues and the obstacles that get in the way and the things that distract us mostly. It's just nonsense that I think about where I was like, I can't stop talking about Indian in the cupboard. I can't stop thinking about Toy Story. This is why Jack Skellington's a freaking villain, which he is, by the way. I'm not going to get into it yet because no, not yet. Later in the year, we're gonna get more. We're gonna attack Jack Skellington once more. I'm coming. Anyway, yeah. This week we're not going to get much done. But yeah, if this is your first time joining us, please subscribe because I promise that soon after the storm, we're going to be back with interesting stories and odd conversations and silly nonsense and a lot of like comic book shop talk. Not much. I know it's a comic book making podcast where we rarely talk about making comic books, but to be fair, it is primarily a conversation between two best friends who miss each other and don't get to see each other enough because we're dads and have lives and jobs and are suffering the indignity of like human existence. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're trying, but we get as much done as we can. We do everything we can. We share everything we can throughout our process, with all of you, and hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully you get something out of it. I really do appreciate everyone who's been with us and who's stuck with us through all of these odd times. I know that we've had some strange issues over the years, and some of the issues seem to be gone now, which is fantastic because I was like, what are we going to do? We had that double entendre of issues situation where we have comic book issues, but we also have life issues. But now I'm in the happiest relationship I've ever been in. I'm happier than I've ever been. I found someone who like makes me just I'm so in love with this person. I no longer have any of the I have no loneliness or like insecurity about that any of that stuff in my life. I don't have any relationship issues anymore. So now I just have I'm happy. I have a great son who's incredible. He's like the silliest, most clever, creative, kindest, best person I've ever like met, and he's my son. I'm like, haha, I did it. And then I have like this love of my life who's just like the most wonderful, beautiful, sweetest, supportive, just most hilarious genius person I've ever met, and fucking like, oh, I did it. I have no issues. I have no issues left. I freaking nailed it. Only have comic book issues. One type of issue. Here we go. Look at them. They're up there. Well, they're these ones. And then, of course, hurricane time. It's fine. It's life happens, and yeah, there's bound to be there's bound to be disorder, right? Like something's gonna happen. You need that entropy. It's always the third wheel, no matter what. So it goes. You know what though? Like I'm nervous, but we're as prepared as we could possibly be. We've done everything we could possibly do. I've been on the roof a billion times, like reinforcing and checking and reinforcing and doing things. And I have boarded up and shuttered up and done all these things, and I've arranged everything I could possibly arrange and gotten the generator set up and situated and ready. Um, now we just have to sit here with this pit of anxiety that spirals slowly and like awkwardly, making us exhausted and also have to go to the bathroom and also exhausted and also just like restless. And what do we do? And I don't know what's going to happen. And it's like, like meeting a hurricane is like going on a first date. It's like being invited out to any social event. It's just like I did red. I'm going to say like no. And then when it happens, I'm like, I'm going to feel uncomfortable and awkward and probably a little depressed about it for a bit. But we're going to get through it one way or another, and like, I don't like this storm, so I'm not going to put a ring on it. I'm a happily person. I'm in a monogamous relationship, Mr. and or Mrs. Storm, and I don't want anything to do with you. Anyway, but yeah, there's a storm coming and just making me feel unsettled and terrible and uncomfortable and awkward and restless and exhausted. And I don't know. You don't know what to do with this energy. But I don't feel I'm like, okay, I'm my hands hurt from all of the nonsense that I've had to do. My arms are just like dead tired. And I'm just like, if this hurricane would just leave us all alone, that'd be great. That'd be great. Like you're not invited. You're not invited. Like let's just put like a close. Let's turn Florida into a spirit Halloween, and then the hurricane will just turn around. The hurricane's like, I'm about to turn Florida into a spirit Halloween. Not cool, hurricane. Get out of here. We don't want you. We're not interested. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's always a night. Every time we go through this. If you've been with us for a while, you probably remember what was a Hurricane Ian we went through, and like Stephen didn't have power or internet, or he's obviously never, but didn't have anything at all for a long time. And then like internet took longer. That's why I specified. But it was a mess, and he had to come over. Maybe Stephen will come over again. We'll get to hang out. That'd be nice. Or maybe I'll have to go over his house. We don't know. And that's really the trouble, is like being entirely powerless, having nothing you can possibly do in any situation. Like you'd imagine, much like life, where we don't have much power over anything. We're pretty much at the mercy of just like distributed causality. Like whatever people are gonna do in the world, we're gonna, our dominoes will topple along with their like weird shakes and shivers, or their odd way of toddling through existence. They're gonna kick over your dominoes sometimes, and sometimes the thing doing the kicking is a dang natural disaster. And it's just like, what are you supposed to do? Like, like we try to take some semblance of comfort in the fact that there is nothing we can do. It's both comforting and alarming. Like it's I know it's like detrimental to our mental health sometimes, but at the same time, it's like there's comfort knowing that there are actively things that you can do, much like in everyday life, where it's just like, look, I can at the very least find comfort knowing that I've done everything I can physically do, objectively do, like what I can control, I've done. And otherwise, I'm just hoping that toddler doesn't kick its feet too hard, like I'm hoping it's just like, and then passes out because it needs a nap, because it's exerted a lot of energy already. And you know what? It's been a long day for all of us. Nap time's better. Like shush, no crying, no more crying on us. I've exhausted this metaphor. I'm sorry. Yeah, it sucks. It's frustrating, and we're gonna, we'll get through it one way or another, and we'll be back one way or another. But thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. I know that we haven't been able to like share our show and try to get it out as much the past couple weeks, because of this. And it's just, that makes it a little bit of a struggle and a little frustrating personally. I'm just like, oh God, no, our show is faltering, it's failing, it's dwindling. It's like, no, what do I do? How do I fix it? How do I make this better? It's just one of the soft dominoes that it's one of the curly cues that are going to fall off of our domino design as something is kicking through our respective colony. And it's frustrating, but at the same time, it's like, I understand it's going to happen. But if you're watching this right now, just know that we're thankful for you, know that we love you, and we really do appreciate all of your support and everything that you've done for us over the years. If you're new to our show and you're watching this for the first time, thank you. This isn't normally what our show is. Normally I'm joined by my best friend. We discuss all the nonsense and distractions and various things that life throws at us, much like this hurricane. And we talk about those things, try to like make jokes, and we have a great conversation. I always love our episodes, but it's not for everyone. It's never going to be for everyone. It's a silly show about two people who just happen to be best friends and dads, working jobs and trying their best to create a career in storytelling, one way or another. And I think we're doing a good job. Steven's doing a really good job, like drawing Deathless, and he's getting more and more pages done of Bloodlust, our erotic adventure vampire book, which I think is going to be freaking awesome, and it's looking beautiful. But he's doing fantastic. I've been getting a lot of coloring done, not as much this week for obvious reasons. But yeah, we're getting through it, and like I think our episodes have been really good lately. It's just a matter of like not having the time or like wherewithal to be posting online and just exist in that space all the time, and to the extent to which it would actually benefit us, which is like it sucks, because it's like you want to go live your life, but you also have to have the secondary life online in order to facilitate any sort of growth. It's like, yikes. How do we get the energy when there's stuff like this going on? We just don't, but we just forgive ourselves and do what we can to move forward and just appreciate whatever happens, and just, whatever we can get from it, and whatever we can offer. I hope you guys have enjoyed our show the last few weeks. I know it's been a little different. I know, obviously this is going to be a strange week, but I don't know. I'm happy that anyone watches. I'm happy that anyone still, enjoys anything that we're putting out, our books or our, like music videos, or, just episodes week to week. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you appreciate it, and just let us know below what you think. But just know that we're thankful for you, and we really do appreciate you sticking around with us. Hopefully we'll see you next week. We've never missed a week despite previous hurricanes and sickness and everything else. We found a way to give you something, even if it's just a metaphor about a toddler. I don't know what this was. I'm sorry, and I love you, and thank you for tolerating it. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for being a part of Colony. We really do appreciate you. I'm Anthony, and Steven is missing you, and he loves you, and he wants to tell you boom, but he's not here to do it, so I'm gonna have to do it. But I'll see you next week, and thank you so much. Also, boom. I wish more things would start with "you're now about to witness the strength of street knowledge." Like, imagine like a sermon, like what if when we get married, it's like, "You're now about to witness the strength of street knowledge. Your vows, please."
Oh my God.
And then we just give our vows. Happen. Right?
It needs to happen. We need to rap our vows.
Yeah, NWA, are you ordained? NWA, like, all of you, are you ordained?
NWA specifically, though, we're looking at you. Are you ordained?
Are you ordained?